It is 6 o'clock. Calling the meeting, okay, 6 o'clock on Tuesday, 4th of November, calling the meeting to order, Pawlet Public Library Board of Trustees. First up, let's review the operating norms. As a board, we will focus on agenda topics, be open-minded, respect each other, value different viewpoints, be responsive and responsible to our community with reference to the strategic plan, make decisions based on data and facts, listen to each other, be reflective, and run meetings that respect time, have concise agendas, and are transparent. Okay. Next up, we have addition or deletion of agenda items.
I'd like to add to the agenda, I guess under new, is there new business on there?
No, I don't have.
So I just want to do a little discussion about posting to the library's Facebook page about the food pantry drop-off. Okay. We wanted to put up a picture and a little blib about food and remind anybody if they're dropping off a book or getting a book that they could bring any kind of food would be appreciated. That kind of a thing. I can read it, but anyway, we'll talk about it when we discuss. I don't know where you want to put it.
Well, I was going to talk about like the library report, maybe like talk about the kind of the ongoing operations of the library at that point.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna.
Sound good?
Yep.
Can you put that there?
Yeah.
Okay. And then we do not have, on number 12, we do not have legal counsel present with us for this. So we can strike that executive session. And I was wondering if we could change number 9. I'm proposing that we change number 9 to just grants updates, and there's the accessibility grant as well as the MERP grant, so that we can have a discussion of those on an ongoing basis. Okay, so can I get a motion to amend the agenda and approve the agenda as amended?
I'll make that motion to approve the agenda.
Okay. Second?
I'll second that.
Okay. Any discussion?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've got just a few maybe new news kinds of things.
Okay.
And some questions, but could I just ask them in?
Are they like, what kind of?
Well, like talking about the Historical Society using the library and charging them or not charging them, things like that.
Okay, I think that's, yeah. Like library operations, I should have changed that maybe. Okay. Library report operations. Okay. Do they all kind of fall into that same sort of thing?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so that might be a little bit longer than 10 minutes.
Nah, well, maybe not.
Depends.
Maybe it won't be that long.
Okay. Okay, so all in favor of approving the agenda? Aye. Aye. Any opposed? Okay. Next, we have public comment. All right. Raise hands. I have received 3. And Grace, and 4. Okay, so we have 15 minutes. We have a few minutes each. Do you have just one? Or?
Yeah, just one.
Okay.
Email.
Left, right, is that okay? Like this way?
First.
Yeah.
So this is from Jennifer Sullivan. She asked me to read this. She says, I find it disappointing and frankly discouraging that the trustees have offered no acknowledgement of the volunteers who made the book sale a success. Many of us, including Linda Welch, Lucy Norman, Jed Rubin, Andrea Bode, Grace, myself, and others, devoted considerable time and effort under Janine Seitz' strong and capable leadership. The event benefited the library in every way. The absence of even a simple thank you from the trustees speaks volumes about how volunteer contributions are valued. And I just personally want to say, like, I should have done thank you notes.
I thought we were going to.
So I'll take responsibility for that.
I didn't hear
I
that.
thought we discussed that at some point, that was gonna, yeah.
We did,
so
and I just did
it
a front porch forum.
Oh, okay. Okay.
next
Oh, I
year.
remember,
That should
because
happen,
of-
because she's right.
Okay. Sure, so again, like we say, the public comment is for the public to be heard and not a back and forth, but that was a particular, something that had almost like, I don't know, an immediate follow-up on that, so thank you for that, Grace. And so then we'll send out, and is sort of an apologetic thank you as well. Does that sound right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Acknowledge that. Okay.
So, well, do we want to
Well, is that- yeah.
quantify that or qualify that now?
It's-
Like, will you send out an email or a thank you and then we all sign it? Or is just Grace as the representative who did the book sale trustee? What are you thinking?
I feel like Grace shoulders so much of the book sale that to expect her to then also be the person who thanked people for shouldering the burden feels really unjust to me. Because Grace, you really knocked it out of the park this year. And to not acknowledge that you also were really heavily involved. So
We did, I mean, right? Didn't I thank you? Didn't we all thank, I mean, we thanked
I'm
Grace. I mean, I don't know where you're coming with that.
Well,
And I appreciate, and you know I appreciated you doing it. I mean, doing the whole thing. So,
Well, I don't think we should like
yeah, let's,
speak for Grace.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Grace has feelings about it.
yeah,
So much for not back and forth on
my
it.
God.
Should we take this to the discussion of library sort of business, or do you want to be relieved of writing thank you notes to the book sorters? I guess if that's an easy answer, but
If you're asking me to write a thank you to the bookstores, I will do it. Definitely.
okay. I guess I'm confused. You said you had posted a front porch forum blanket thank you. I remember our discussing this, and the idea of not knowing like how many or where individual. I think you had said you didn't want to forget somebody, so you had talked about just doing a blanket one. So I guess then, I don't know what the difference is now, but if that has changed, if your thoughts on that have changed, I guess, then.
I can say something, maybe I'm reading into it, but I think the volunteers aren't feeling valued by certain board members. There's like a feeling of unacknowledgement, and I hate to speak for them, and this is where I could be reading too much into it, but it might be more meaningful if it comes from somebody else besides Grace, because I think they feel valued by Grace, but there's other people that they don't feel valued by.
Ooh, sorry, I think we're getting way off track on this. Was that your point, Joni?
that was sort of my point, yeah.
So you have.
It was that Grace had a great working relationship with the volunteers from the book sale. And I think that I don't think that it would be as meaningful if Grace wrote a thank you note, because they know that Grace was grateful. I think that I'll leave it there. I think that I can't speak for them, but to me, from the things that I've heard from the book sorters, there is a disconnect between the majority of the board and the book sorters that feels like some reparation or some repair could go a long way in bridging, having a conversation or having at least a gesture of gratitude would go a long way.
Did you work at the book sale?
Yes.
Did you work at the book sale?
That's.
No, but not only-
We all worked at the book sale.
Sure, I know,
right?
but
I mean,
also,
we all worked
I
hard.
think I'd like to refer to some previous meetings, because I remember talking publicly about looking at the great example of community, and that even despite the challenges that we've gone through with the library, that people came together, and I felt really great to be a part of it, and I'm pretty sure I publicly offered gratitude, but if I'm not correct on that, I certainly have no problem acknowledging and thanking each and every person who participated in that book sale. I know it takes a tremendous amount of time and effort and care, and it really was a testament to community that I felt proud to be a part of. And if I didn't make that clear before, I apologize, and I'm glad to have the opportunity to make it clear now.
I guess that's very well said. And I agree with the same sentiment to that.
I think that's,
I don't want
Good.
you to feel more burdened than anybody else on the board. I think we've all been through a lot and added a lot of extra hours that go above and beyond our trusteeship, but I thank you for your time and effort with that book sale also, Grace. So thank you. Comment.
I think that, yes, that is good.
I'm done. Yeah.
So, sorry, Linda.
Almost 2 months ago, you had chosen Lindsay as our next our librarian again. And since then, I've spoken to 2 people I know, actually 4 people I know, that are in HR in different companies and insurance companies and things like that. And they say if a person who is hired won't capitulate and decide that they are going to or not going to do something that they're asked, within the 2 months, that's way too long. They usually, if you're in a big insurance company, for instance, they will, if you aren't ready to be part of the group, after a month, they go on and they hire somebody new. It seems to me that if she's not willing to accept whatever she's asking for and what you all will not give her, I guess, I don't know. I think that it's going to cost the town a lot of money if she is not getting things, or you're not getting things done so that she can either decide to be here or she can leave. I think it's time. 2 months, or almost 2 months, is a long period of time to wait for somebody to sign a contract. That's what, as I say, a couple of my friends that have known what's going on, they're like, 2 months is just, wow.
Thank you, Linda. I don't know. Lucy? Sorry.
Oh, I saw Gordon's hand.
Yeah, I saw Gordon, but I thought Lucy had also had her hand up, and we were going, that's right.
So do you want Lucy?
Yeah, okay. I spoke last month about your operating norms. One of the reasons that I can tell you're not following your operating norms is your body language. People will shake their head no while someone is reading a petition. Some people will laugh if someone on the board votes against your motion. That's so inappropriate. Eyes are rolling at the ceiling. Oh, not this again. And that demonstrates that you're really not listening to each other. You're not respecting each other's different opinions. And I'd like to see you correct it.
Okay, thanks. Gordon?
Well, I have 5 questions. I'll make it quick. Will you introduce, I don't think the assistant librarians are here. I believe 2 were hired, I believe. Will their names be given to us and a brief biography of those people be presented? Second, is their hiring subject to a director's approval when the director is appointed? Or is it just going to continue? Third, there were 2 donations for the robotics program, $1,500 each. And I think they were designed to create some momentum for support. So I'm curious if any further donations were made to the robotics program. Fourth, the Facebook page says that the library is no longer accepting donations of books for the book sale, and I would like, I think people are curious as to why that is, and would like some explanation about that. And last, I wondered if there would be a public comment about the petition calling for the 3 votes in support of Lindsay Barnes, if there's a public response to that petition. Thank you.
I don't have a lot for you. I think Lauren will cover the donations in her treasurer's report. The assistants, we hadn't talked about. I mean, they would be introduced, I think, during this meeting, talked about. But I didn't do a bio, sorry. And they are temporary, it is a temporary, so they're not hired. Does that make sense? So wouldn't have anything to, the director, that's a different purview.
So the director would either
A director would hire staff.
Okay.
Right.
So might that director, so it's up to the discretion of the director then, what to do with these 2 people?
Going forward, yeah.
Okay.
The director does the staff of the library, yeah.
Can you give us their names?
Oh, sure, Helen Hamill, oh my gosh, Helen Wood and Heidi Hamill.
I'm sorry, I missed the last one. What was it?
Heidi Hamill.
H-A-M-E-L.
M-M-E-L-L.
I think,
I can get you maybe something later.
Okay, I appreciate that.
can I just make a distinction? I mean, may I?
Of course.
Well, I just want, I mean, when your question was like, what will happen to the, like, I didn't like the way the question was framed, Gordon. I want clarity around the fact that they are temporary employees, but that the director will have the purview of hiring staff for the library. So those are 2 separate things. It's not like the new director, whoever that person will be, will do as they please with these. I didn't like the way that language sounded, so I just wanted to.
Right, I guess I wanted to make it a little.
If that makes.
Sorry, I didn't mean it to have an edge. I was just curious. You have 2
Sure, I
people
get,
coming
I
in
understand.
who are, taking over important roles in the library to keep things going, and you all have been volunteering, or a number of you have been volunteering, which I think is admirable. So I was just curious. These people have stepped forward, so
Yeah.
is it, I could see 2 ways to see it, so that was all I was asking to have. I didn't mean for it to have an edge to it, so I'm sorry.
It's just, yeah, temporary, I think, the clarity. Okay.
I had my hand up
I'm
for a comment.
Oh, I thought you already made it, sorry.
No, that
Can I make a comment on
Okay.
his thing about the not taking books anymore?
I'm sorry?
They close in the wintertime, it's too cold in Jed's barn. So that's
So
why
that
they
happens
don't.
every year.
It happens every year, yes.
Yeah, every year we
Okay.
do the same thing, then they open in April-ish.
I see. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Yeah?
So the petition that I've been circulating has 91 signatures now. I just wanted that updated. And I noticed you didn't read the library's mission statement, which is to provide a leadership role in unifying the community through shared resources and meaningful experiences. And I feel like with the decision to rehire, that was a very divisive decision, and the library's been moving more towards division and split. And it would be nice, actually, if the mission statement was brought to the foreground and there was more effort made for unifying. And so a volunteer who's not here tonight said to me that
So that's 636, there's a house right there, and there's a car that is making us like, and there's a truck, and it's congested right by the library. Yes. There's a HPX 636, and across from it, there are trucks, there's a black truck, and there's another one, 068. So if the rescue squad or a fire truck had to get in, they could.
Is that your truck, Bob?
I'm over on the
No,
side.
that's my car, which I parked there for, I don't know how many meetings, but I can move it.
It's just, and my grandson is a new driver.
Also good to know.
Well, anyway, just so you say, I just wanted to make a big deal, but I had a hard time getting in without smashing the little. Stay a while. No, I'm down for dinner.
all right, so resuming. Yeah. So I was just talking about how I felt like the decision to rehire was a very more extreme, divisive decision, that it wasn't aligned with the mission statement, and that it would be nice if things moved towards more unity. And Lauren, I really appreciated your apology, because I think that's kind of at the heart underneath with a lot of people being upset, is that patrons, volunteers, donors, a lot of people aren't feeling heard and listened to. And so I think making those sort of gestures and overtures, would help a lot. And one of the volunteers who's not here tonight, she said to me that speaking up at this point is like shouting into the void. And that kind of struck me, and I feel like I'm here and it feels kind of hopeless. It feels like I've been coming every meeting for a while. I've been sort of saying how I feel, I feel like I'm repeating myself over and over, and there just isn't a feeling of being heard. And I would second what Linda said, that it just seems like it's a really long time to just have things undecided. And even though it feels like shoving into the void, I feel like it's not too late. It's not too late to turn direction. It's not too late to hire someone completely new. And it's not too late to do more bridging and have more things move more in the direction of unity. And then I also did note, maybe this isn't very relevant at all, but I just happened to notice that other libraries seem to be picking up more patrons or making more of an effort, and I noticed in particular the Wells Library was offering a program for homeschoolers and directly kind of reaching out to homeschoolers. It was more than just allowing them to meet there. They were actually offering active programming for homeschoolers.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Moving to the October meeting minutes.
We have a motion to approve those minutes. I feel like there was a robust discussion about keys in that meeting.
Should we make a motion and then discuss after we?
Yeah.
I apologize. Sure.
So I'll make a motion to accept the minutes.
I'll second it.
Discussion.
Thank you, sorry for jumping the gun. I feel like there was a robust discussion about keys and who got keys after the switch. And in the meeting, Corey, you said that anyone who has a key, who would like a key, can have a key again. And I feel like that discussion wasn't really in the minutes. So I'd like that to be added, just because I feel like it was important that you, like, we went back and forth on it quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean, I hadn't really thought about the way it works, but I expected that to happen, but Lauren has done some.
But also, didn't we discuss in that meeting that we needed to discuss a policy around the keys? I thought that we said that we would have a conversation about that, I think.
So I don't know.
Perhaps, but I feel like at the time it was very, like, because I asked you twice to repeat it. And you said, anyone who has a key, who wants a key, can have one.
I don't know about.
I mean, we can go back
Sure,
to.
but
It doesn't really matter.
Okay, so
I
you
just
want me
wanted to
on
be-
record having
I just wanted
said
to be on
that?
record that we had a really robust
That
discussion.
was that was my expectation. I didn't at the time see a change, but that was and I don't know why you didn't have a key ever. I don't know any of that. So that is, I definitely think that a key discussion would merit its own thing at some point.
I agree. I just want it recorded in the minutes that a robust discussion about keys happened, and that there was a discussion about who should and shouldn't have keys, or who is entitled and not entitled. Just recorded in the minutes, not in detail, but just that it was discussed.
And in the absence of a director as well, because that is in the absence of a director, right?
Sure. But I just think I'd like that noted, please.
Under public comment, is Martin was that a person that I didn't know who Martin?
Marty Crowe.
Oh, Marty. Thank you.
He signed his name Martin, so that's what I
Oh my gosh.
I assume that's who everyone
Oh, yeah.
should be pretty obvious.
And Martin Crab, I could have
That's
seen
what
the
he
key
wrote
right here.
down.
There was the key. Thank you.
Of course.
Anything else, Joni?
No, that's it. Thank you.
Does anybody else have a discussion on the minutes or thoughts? No? Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed?
Are we voting as amended, or are we voting as, do we need to make a motion to vote as amended?
I'll make a motion to approve as amended.
I guess, all right, yeah, I could have taken a vote to approve as amended.
Sorry.
There's,
Do we have a second? I feel weird motioning now.
so let's, who made the motion? You made the first motion. So you can amend your motion or withdraw that first motion and make your second one.
I'll amend the first motion
So that, okay.
so that it reflects the minutes as amended.
With Joni's and my stipulation that discussion was in the absence of a director. Okay.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? All right, we have approved meeting minutes. Moving on to the treasurer's report.
Okay, I'll start with the warrant for this month, and I hope you all had an opportunity to, I hope it worked when I sent it to everybody via email.
Yep.
It's not easy for me, but I'm learning. Does anybody have any questions about said warrant?
No.
So I sent you an email on Friday.
Me?
Yes.
Oh, I don't think I received it.
Okay. So in the month's warrant, I said the warrant lists $11,031.54 for salaries under the account 13-7-20-
Oh, wait.
33-2.
Sorry. Oh. Yeah.
Dash 02.
Yeah.
Since the library staff salaries are normally paid directly by the town,
Yes.
can you clarify whether this is an actual payment or just for tracking?
Those are monies that have already been spent from July till now for September. So those were monies that were paid.
But so this is, I went back through because that seemed like a really unusual, this is the first time that
Well, what
salaries have
happened
ever been-
was, we got the appropriation, and up until now, Julie had still been paying out of those monies. But this month, with the deposit, I had a check from the town for the full amount, and then that was paying the town back for what they had already paid since July. Do you understand?
Yeah. So
Okay.
it is not, it's because in fiscal year 26.
Yeah.
That we have moved over into a new payment.
Exactly. And Julie had continued to pay the 2 salaries until September. So those are payments from July till September that we paid back to the town.
She had wanted some time to make that change.
Yeah.
So thank you for clarifying.
Sure, yeah. Thanks for asking. Any other questions about the warrant? Then I'm sorry that I missed your email. I didn't receive it.
So going forward, will we pay out, like, when, do we receive a lump sum?
Yes.
So we've got the sum for the 26 calendar
Yes.
year? And then we will be paying out?
Yes.
Will we pay out monthly, or is it as, and are you writing the checks to the employees now?
Well, yes, I will be writing the checks to the employees. We ordered checks, that's on the warrant also, I believe, for $150. Yeah, checks.
That was my question, the
Yeah.
Eastern sales, okay.
Exactly. So we ordered the checks, and going forward, we will be writing the checks directly to the employees. And how we structure that, I think will probably be up to a combination of what the employees would like and how we do it. And, Julie ordered those checks, but, maybe, I don't even know if we'll have the ability to do direct deposit, although I don't know. Probably not.
Do we then also take over, like, the payroll taxes? Are we taking over the?
Probably, yeah.
So do we want to do something, as I've suggested for a lot of months in the past, of like using a payroll service or using an online tracking system like Xero or Gusto, so that because that would allow us for a nominal fee to be able to offer them things like direct deposit.
Right.
Offer them, it would simplify the tracking for FICA and for all of the taxes and things like that.
Withdrawals, right.
Because right now, that's a lot on you, because
Yeah.
so I mean, I think that would be something that I would strongly consider that we do, because it means that you aren't having to, there's a lot of moving parts, as I'm sure you
I
guys
understand,
are.
yeah.
Is there, so, like, I
Right.
understand that we took over, it became one appropriation for the library instead of just a salary ask.
Yeah.
So they're not going to take care of the actual payroll, though? Because
No.
I don't remember hearing that.
I don't.
Because that's a big difference. I've done payroll, and
I know.
yeah, I'm sure you
Right,
have
Bob?
too.
Well, he does the payroll on me.
It's a huge pain.
I understand.
And especially,
Well,
and
that's what-
also,
Go ahead.
the retirement plan, how's that gonna work?
I think that those things are negotiated with the employee contracts, right? With whatever those
So, but
agreements are.
we are not gonna administer that ourselves?
Does
I thought that
come
was
out of
still
the-
available through the town.
And
Yes, I think that
'Cause
that is
that's a
available
huge-
to the town. Do you have answers to the
I think that's
questions?
available through the town.
So how does?
So that's a good question for
So
Julie.
they administer that, and we're supposed to do payroll?
I'm gonna have to get clarification
Okay.
for everybody.
I think
'Cause,
that-
I
I just
didn't
think that
actually
should not-
expect it this month, so.
I don't
yeah,
think that should be on
it
that.
was- It was a change that happened without a lot of discussion. So happy to bring those questions to Julie, and I'm sure she'll have good answers. And I think that once I have a deeper understanding about everything that we're talking about, then that'll be cause for a good discussion going forward about perhaps some sort of software. And also, it'd be nice to work with a director for those things, I think, but really, for whoever is.
I still think this is a very different thing from moving from a lump sum, moving to a lump sum, because that administration is huge, and my understanding was that the town was still gonna do that part. We just told them how much we were gonna pay.
And was this voted on by the select board? Like, was this?
Yeah, they did. They voted it.
They voted that.
Specifically that
That they
we're
would give us
doing.
appropriations rather than,
But like Grace just said, that's an
But I
entirely
thought,
different thing.
when we talked about it before, it was my understanding that they were still gonna do the administrative.
so I
Alright.
will talk to Julie and get clarification. I will.
Thank you.
And I'll bring it to the next month's meeting and I'll have some answers for you guys.
Thanks.
Thank you for those questions. They're
I
great.
would push back on that if I were you.
Yeah,
I mean, and as a board member. There's
feels
no
like
way
it's
it's
just-
cost effective for us to do our own payroll separate from the town.
Yeah, it was my understanding that it was going to be done differently.
in the way that it was done. Yeah, I know. we'll get some answers.
Thanks. Thank you, Lauren.
Yeah. Okay, any other good questions for the warrant? I'm gonna write this down though, because
Where'd it go? Warrant.
Oh, sorry.
Can we get a motion to approve the warrant?
I'll make that motion.
In a second. Anybody?
I'd like to just look over into it.
But, well, then we have discussion, and then we can vote to not approve it? We- yeah.
did you want to discuss it more?
I am still a little bit curious. So
The robotics.
for these, for that 11,000,
Yeah.
you're going to be writing the checks? Or
So
those are already paid?
literally in the last,
town has
that was already paid. That was already paid.
Okay. So
And
I
Julie
think
just gave me
I
like,
did see in the last select board, I heard a question. I think Jessica asked about the town's appropriation of these funds, and Julie said it was just a bookkeeping thing. It wasn't actually like, didn't change anything about how money was going in and out. So I'm assuming that's the case here.
I mean, those are all things we assumed, but obviously now that I was given a check and also given a bill, I just applied those things to this month's deposit and this month's warrant. But it, obviously there's a lot more to consider.
I mean, so this means that starting in October, we would have been assuming we should have been paying federal taxes, we should have been paying unemployment taxes, we should have been paying, Social Security. And if we didn't know that we were supposed to do that, now we are 2 months behind. So because as employers, if we're supposed to be taking care of that for the employees,
Right.
I mean, that feels a little bit like if we didn't know that we were supposed to be doing that and she just sent you a bill, it feels like that is a major lack of communication that puts you in an unfair position.
Except for the fact that we don't have any employees and it's been going on like that for a long time. I would hope that she wouldn't do that to me, blindly if we had active employees. But and I don't feel like it's necessary to
No, I'm just
yeah.
Yeah. I think we need to clarify that right away.
I just would like to clarify.
I'm thinking maybe she actually paid the employees, but then is billing us for those payments that she made, that the town made.
Oh.
That
But she ordered
make
checks.
sense to me.
But she ordered checks.
Maybe the checks have to come, maybe the checks are coming from the library. Then.
Okay. Oh.
Going forward?
We're gonna find out.
Okay.
I'm gonna send her an
Yeah.
email tomorrow and I will get
Thank
some
you.
answers. A lot more
Yeah.
clarity. Okay. Okay.
Did we open, I see that the account that this is under is 13-7-20-330-.02. Did we open a new sub-account within our accounts in order to just handle salaries and payroll?
Well, I don't have those memorized, but I would have to.
But that wasn't something that we actively did? Is that something that Julie handles?
Those are accounting numbers.
Yes, I
Yeah.
understand that. What I'm asking is, when we do the accounting, are we going to have an account within our ledgers specifically for salaries moving forward, that's separate from programs and separate from...
I think that there already are numbers for salaries that are established, but I will, yes, definitely.
Everything, every line item has its own thing,
But I didn't know...
not the program, it wouldn't be a programs.
I understand. I just want to make sure that, moving forward, because if this is something that we're doing now, are these accounts set up? These are accounts that are in-house for the library.
Yes.
Not accounts that Julie set up. So I was wanting to make sure that we had a separate account for salaries, since that's something that's new to us, that we are now going to...
I still think that there might be already a number associated for salaries, but without having, I don't really want to dig through that right now to look at that, but rest assured, there will be a delineated line with appropriate numbers. And thank you for that question.
Any more discussion on the warrant?
several of them.
Sure.
Mead's Lock Shop. Was the $217 the entire amount for changing the locks?
It was. Yep.
And have we received any bills from Merrill Bent's office for legal fees?
No.
I know that Grace asked a few months ago that they started sending us regular invoices. That's not something that you've seen come across your desk yet?
No.
Actually, for an update, she wasn't able to get it to us by this meeting, but anything that happened in fiscal year '25, which I can't recall if there was, is still in her auditors, and so she's working on that, and then I will email it out to the board once we get it. Okay, do we have all ready to vote on the approving that warrant? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Okay, let's see. Are we gonna talk about, well, we did get a donation, a generous donation from Newmont Slate Company for $1,000 towards the robotics program, I'm assuming. And I know that, well, and the robotics program has been doing very well. I don't know if we want to discuss that any further. I know that they're...
Well, in the fundraising?
So we'll do that then?
I don't know, if that's...
But also, I just want to acknowledge Sue. Thank you very much for this generous donation to the general fund of, may I announce it?
Sure.
Unexpectedly for $1,500 to the general fund.
The normal thing that people pay lately.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. What is that? Thank you, Sue.
That is fantastic. So, thank you very much. We need to talk about the appropriation request that we'll be making to the select board. I think it's November 18th. In front of you, I handed out two different budgets. One is with a simple 4% increase across the board of all our expenses, and then the other one is with, and it's, you can see, one was done yesterday and one was done today. So the one from today has an increase of salary. And I don't know, I guess to have a robust discussion about this, I wish that everybody would have the time to look at some of the state standards of salaries, but Vermont has a really good resource that I will share with everybody, and it gives guidelines to libraries based on obviously population and hours that they're open, and then standard and averages, high and low averages of wages. And I think that, you know, we've talked about this before. I think that the library staff in general, I think that we all value the resource of libraries in our community, and that I feel like this second amount, which is significantly higher, is also more appropriate given today's cost of living and the job description. So it was based on averages in the state, and so I don't know how else to...
We can't talk specifics.
Okay, so yeah, so I'm just being, the only reason I'm pausing is because I'm trying to be very careful of what I can and can't say.
So the one dated today?
Yep.
Was the one that...
Yep.
You're
but I feel
suggesting.
like for the library, regardless of, again, I feel strongly that we're stewards of the library and that we're not, here forever. We're here for a period of time, and I feel strongly that my efforts are going towards making the library function as well as it can for everyone to enjoy. And that in doing so, that the people who run the library are compensated appropriately.
And I would say that the previous year was a level amount for salaries, so it looks more than it would be with a normal progression.
Right.
Can you explain that, like?
So,
That's a significant, the increase is significant.
I'm sorry, I'm just saying that the previous year had been the same as the year before that. There hadn't been an increase in that, so that,
Right.
yeah.
But
Does that make sense?
that does make sense.
So the one from yesterday that I printed out is it's a 4% raise across the board. And I just thought that was a split between 3 and 5%. I thought it was reasonable.
That was the amount from yesterday,
That's the yesterday amount.
and then this new amount.
That-
To me, that you came up with the new.
That I came up with in regard, like what I said before, which was looking at some of the information I just searched online about Vermont standards and averages of hours and population numbers of our town. I mean, the highs are higher, the lows are lower.
Would we be able to sustain an amount of,
I would not suggest a jump like that annually. I would suggest that as a starting point, and then I think we've talked about 3% increases, I think, attached to evaluations. I think that, standardizing stuff for the future of the library, for beyond us, I think is a really good practice. I feel like it wasn't done before. I feel like it would have been a good thing to do. And so I think that no matter who is here, that this is a really good thing to try to attract the people of the quality that we want in our library and keep them and let them feel valued. I feel very, very good about that being an appropriate number.
is that something that you feel like the town would allow?
I would be very comfortable pitching that to the select board, and I don't know obviously how they would respond to that, but I would be prepared, and I would try to come up with actual comparisons, and I'm sure it would be in an executive session environment, correct? Yeah, so, but I also wanted everyone else's insight and feedback. Are you?
I want to just see what percentage of increase that this is, but unfortunately my daughter has typed 9 times 9 1,000 times in her phone, and it's not clearing easily, so.
That's funny.
Well, I understand what you're saying about, it's been a couple of years since since we've increased salaries, and so it needs to jump up now, and then we'll go in
Yeah.
smaller increments later.
Right, and I didn't jump to an arbitrary number. I mean, I
No.
jumped to an amount that I felt was in the middle of the road and I could
Which is how you do
feel
it.
comfortable defending.
You look at the highs and the lows and the sizes of the towns, and if that's
I just feel like,
what it is, that's what it is.
Yep.
given the fact that last year the board only voted to give a COLA increase to the existing staff, I'm still deleting 9, sorry, that this jump feels, thank you. This jump feels like,
Yeah, I appreciate that, Joni, but I just want to, and I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I really feel it's important that this is going forward, and that I think you remember how shocked I was at some of the salaries we were talking about 2 years ago, or a year and a half ago.
Yes.
I think that this is not about anyone in particular from the past. This is about whoever going forward, and that it's not about a single person or a single name. It's about the library and about putting the library in the absolute best position that it can be in.
I mean,
So,
yeah.
period. I mean, period.
And then we can ask, and that's what we're.
That's all we can do.
Proposing is to ask.
Yeah, it's not
right?
even up to us, so,
It's not,
I mean, the select board obviously has the final say.
right.
Right, it just feels like I agree that the salaries were low, but I feel like depending on how we move forward, the optics of this could be very problematic, depending,
It's,
just just.
it's
I
not
just
just
wanna-
one person.
Hold on, I understand.
Oh, she's had time.
I understand. I just want to be cautious moving forward that we are, as has been pointed out, the town
Sure.
is already divided, and so to expect the town then, depending on who the director is, to then take on this amount of an increase does feel like it's going to ruffle a lot of feathers.
Sure.
So I just want to be cautious moving forward.
Yeah, I appreciate that insight, and I think that optics are important, but I also am governed by my values and what I think is important, and, you know, I'm voted into my position, and I take it really seriously, and I'm very careful and considerate when I'm thinking about these things, but I'm only one person, so but I do appreciate that observation. Thank you.
And you've done the research on it, so you have numbers to back it up.
I do.
And this request is due next month?
At the 18th of this month.
Yes, okay.
Yeah.
So we would need, to approve it at this meeting, then to take, and Lauren and I would go to that meeting, I think.
Would it be possible for us to have a more, I guess, Grace and I don't feel like I have a full picture of where we are moving forward with our staffing and with the way things are.
None of us do.
Okay. Because it feels just like, you know, we have an executive session to discuss appointment of staff in a few items, and it's like, I know that you said that it's not based on one person,
Right.
but it just also feels like I'd like to have if there's a clearer picture of where we're moving going forward, I would like to have that before I was feeling comfortable voting.
I don't know how to help you there. The meeting for the select board is November 18th, and we're talking about this now, so it's on the floor now. So I understand what you're saying, I just don't know how to solve that for you.
Can we say these numbers out loud?
We can say the numbers out loud, yes.
Sure.
So the current budget this year is $57,200. The increase that is proposed is moving to a $73,752.87 increase. So,
No.
not an increase.
No, that's the
Sorry,
total.
the total. So an increase of close to just south of $20,000 a year. So I just feel like those numbers are very...
No, it's not.
I mean, it's quite a bit south of 20,000.
It's like 15,000, and it's for possibly three people.
I mean, I think that it makes sense. I mean, I think
Not
that
for
in this
one
economy, we really do need to be talking about how we're going to value our staff, and I'm not arguing that. But I'm just saying that, like...
Okay, well, you have to make a decision, Joni, that's all. And I don't, so yeah, those are the numbers, it's clear, we don't know if it's for 2 people, 3 people, that is for director to delineate, what they want to do for hiring. We do not know, it's not attached to any single person. This is for the library, and I don't know what else to say besides that. I feel very good about it. I don't feel any kind of, I feel it's respectful, I feel like it's appropriate, I feel like it's appropriate for Vermont. It's attached to like a standard of, I read a lot of information, I'm sort of overloaded with it, but I didn't like arbitrarily come up with a number. And that's what we have, and here's our meeting, and we have to meet with them on the 18th.
What's the motion and what?
We don't have one yet?
Yeah,
but would you, just to make a motion that we approve this appropriation request to the select board?
So I did, I did 2, so I don't know if you want to attach it to.
No, the only one is
Oh, that single number.
it's the only, is that number. Yep, that's all. The other one is our
Well, she also did just
No,
a
I did 2 of
4%
them.
increase. 59,488.
For 27.
yes, oh, I see. Okay, sorry.
Are you approving like specific salary numbers, or is it just like a total?
It's a total number.
This is an appropriation.
So just an appropriation for the total, and then salaries could be depending on the person's experience, could
Correct.
go up and
Correct.
down.
Correct.
And
So we
then
go to the town of
depending on the number of
Pawlet.
hours.
Yeah, this is not, again, this is not attached to a single person or a single thing. It's
It's
really
just
an ask,
overall number of what you
correct,
want to get.
that will go to the select board and ask for the town to,
Thank you for clarifying that. Helps.
yeah.
Okay, so I guess there would be a motion to approve and whichever appropriation request, I guess, a person would want to make that a motion for.
Well, can I make that motion? I can. I'd like to make a motion to approve the appropriation for $73,752.87.
Okay, and second?
I'll second it.
Okay, and more discussion? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Sorry, you're, yeah,
Aye.
okay. All right,
Well, thanks, guys. I'm gonna go to bat for us.
We'll see.
We'll see.
right.
Okay, so I don't know if, I think it would be great to discuss the budget further. When I was putting numbers in for actuals and projections, I think that it could use an overhaul, but I think that, again, that would be probably easier to do with the director in place because they often help set the budget. I'm talking about like the full budget.
Yeah.
So I think that we could probably leave it to another meeting and also just to move the meeting along. So,
I had a couple questions.
sure.
So I'm looking through, and so we are in the first quarter currently, right? Of this
Second,
second quarter, that's right, sorry, second quarter. And so I'm
Year to
noticing-
date?
Year to date. I'm noticing that, our, under expenses, miscellaneous library expenses,
Yeah.
we have budgeted $100.
Yeah. Where is it? Is it,
And then we are up, so it's on the second page. And then we're up, so far in this.
There it is.
date, we're 1,900.
yeah. So that is probably because of, I'm attaching bills to miscellaneous library expenses, and all I can tell you is that every cent that has been spent has been itemized in our warrants. I could go back and find out what that $1,900 is.
But it's just an accounting.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. Yeah, and that's the kind of stuff, Joni, that I think could be cleaned up, and I also think that we could use a few more categories and actually erase some categories. I've been very slowly trying to even just get things alphabetized, but it takes a little bit of time, and I'm new on Excel, so.
I'm not trying to, I think.
No, I didn't feel like it was critical, I just,
And then, the other one, my question was, courier service.
yeah.
Do we need, going forward, I mean, it looks like the last 2 years, we've been significantly over,
Yeah.
on what we've budgeted and then what we have paid out.
Yeah, that's a really good observation.
So, I mean, is that something?
I wonder why that is. Oh, okay.
is that, so we paid Adele an hourly rate to go to do the courier, and then also her mileage and gas. So last year, I put it all to the ILL courier service. So, but now
I see.
it went back to some mileage and gas, which it should be changed, but I think. So that we can understand what the cost is of our participation in the ILL program.
Yeah, and it is really utilized. It is amazing to me, because I've taken that over. I've gone to Pawlet, I think 5 times now, and it's really great, but there's a lot of action, both giving and receiving books from all over the state, which is really cool. So, that's a good question. Thanks, Joni.
Okay, so,
We can do more of that later.
yeah, the next month, you mean?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, yes, for sure. No, I agree. I had suggested that too, but,
So can
okay.
I just, all of these, this is just the 4% across the board,
Correct,
right?
just all across the board. And I felt pretty snazzy doing that with the Excel, by the way.
It's fun.
I just-
It works, right?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So, we are ready to move to the library report and/or library operations going forward.
Can I go first?
Sure. Yep.
We added to about the Facebook.
Oh, right, so, yeah,
I know that you're gonna probably talk more about it. I just wanted to add about the Facebook.
yeah, well,
We can do it in a,
it doesn't matter too much. I just was gonna say that the temporary help has been
Oh, go
going well, and we've, it's been really good being behind the desk at the library. We've all had a great experience meeting people. People have been thankful. We had a wonderful Halloween parade, and I was the Queen of Hearts and led the children through the village. And Lauren has pictures if anybody, if they're looking for those, which we need to put on, and that was part of the.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Do we need
So-
to have do they need to have a release for that?
good question.
Yeah, I don't know if they have in the past.
I'm not sure.
I was wondering as well, but
That maybe people are becoming more aware.
yeah,
Yeah, no, that's a really
Yeah.
good question.
I was curious about that as well, but we didn't have one, and we don't have one for robotics either. The robotics is going well, as Sue can attest.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, and the kids are learning, oh my God, they are learning things, and I'm learning a lot about robotics myself. So it's been wonderful.
Did you see the magnetic board came? I brought it downstairs.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That'll be good. We had the, yes, so that'll be better. And, yeah, and when the kids leave, they don't want to leave. And their parents say, well, did you have a good time? And they're like, you know, they're all excited. So it's fun.
I think we should ask her to, if she has a plan for continuing.
She has discussed it.
Okay, great.
Yep.
She
Yep.
said that, she sent me an email saying that she was looking forward to doing more and has some ideas of ways that she'd like to further it. And she brought up the fact that you would like an adult program.
Yeah.
And that she was going to look into that, seeing about an adult program.
Yeah.
And like if that would be something that we could implement as well.
Cool.
And that the new equipment that has been purchased has been so helpful, and that there's so much better functionality than there was with the equipment that they were using this summer. And so
Awesome.
that's what we're at too.
Awesome. That's really great. Yeah.
So what did you want to
So, earlier today when Heidi was here, we wanted to take a picture of the gratitude board and then write on the Facebook account something about the donation for food pantry. And she wrote down this for me to read for you guys to agree upon tonight. In this season of gratitude and giving, please remember that some of our friends and neighbors are in need. You can drop off items for the Pawlet Community Food Pantry at the Pawlet Public Library. And just a picture of the ball and the...
Oh, yeah, and she
And the-
moved it over to there, so it
Yeah.
was more visible, which is
So
good.
I'd like to make a motion to approve that by the board, and then I can let Heidi know.
Sure.
Awesome.
All in favor?
Aye.
Who was that again?
Heidi?
Oh, Heidi Hamel, yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, I was gonna ask for that going forward. I was intending to meet with them since there isn't a director, and so I kind of had out a plan for tasks and or, Facebook, that kind of thing. We talked about wanting to have a sort of unified voice on any social media, so I think, I don't know if we need to talk more about that now, or if anybody has thoughts on that. I think it'd be good to have some kind of consistent thing where it's posted once a week, maybe even a schedule of how to post, what kind of thing to post.
I mean, I don't disagree with that. I'm just also really hopeful that we have some sort of decision about a director soon.
Right.
I think I think that is a priority for me.
For sure, and I wouldn't want to go crazy with it, but just in the absence of that, to just make some sort of, so it doesn't look like we're not here, because we are, and we haven't missed an hour of being open, and we've been serving people. So I kind of want to keep that out in the public, basically. So I don't know if we need to talk more about that, or make an actual motion, or,
Would that be something that we would need to make a motion about, or is it just?
I don't think so necessarily, but I don't want to do it and then
Find out later we should have.
get complained about. So but no, I don't think so. I think that would be something like a normal sort of operation of the library, and as it stands, that's how it would fall. Okay.
Is it okay if I step out for just a moment? I need to take a.
Oh, sure.
Do we have anything on the table that needs to be voted?
We're just going to move, unless we have
Moving
more
to
on
what?
the library. Oh, just Sue.
Well,
has
I just,
but that's okay. That's, unless.
What, do you need to go out? Go.
Sorry, having too much before.
Okay. So you had some stuff that you wanted to talk about with library operations?
Yeah.
Okay. I think we should talk about it. I don't know.
But then,
Okay.
I can start talking, but.
Yeah.
okay, November 11th, we're closed because it's Veterans Day. Okay?
Is it?
It's a Tuesday.
That's a Tuesday. Oh, right. Yep.
So Helen, okay,
Sorry.
okay, we're
still
have our meeting.
We're still meeting.
Yeah. No.
No.
November 11th, we're closed.
Okay.
But we have yoga at noon and 5, or give or take.
Okay.
So Helen Wood is going to open up for the noon yoga, and then I'm going to open up for the 5 o'clock yoga.
Okay.
Okay? So,
We should put that on Facebook or
Yeah.
our website
Yeah.
and let people know.
Yeah. That yoga's still going on. That's something for
We're
sure.
closed, but yoga's still happening.
well, Lisa May already, she knows it, and she's not telling
Oh.
people not to come.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
That
So I
makes
think we're
sense.
okay.
Yeah.
And the only reason I'm saying we're closed is because it's on the list of holidays that we're closed.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Also, next Saturday, the Historical Society is going to be here for a meeting at 10 o'clock, but then there's a small group of the 250th anniversary group wants to come in at 9, and I said I'd open up for them, and that's fine. And but then the thing is, charging the Historical Society, I'm not real comfortable with it because they donate so much money to the town hall and to different things around the library. So I was wondering about doing a carve out
Yeah, well, the
Our
thing
partnership,
is
or what
that-
about?
or something.
Right, so we talked about that, the policy is kind of confusing in that, well, I'm sorry, not the policy, but the practice
Yeah.
has been different than the policy.
Right.
So it seems that the practice has been for community groups that we wouldn't charge the community groups, like
Right.
the scholarship committee.
Right.
The historical society have not been charged.
Right.
So I think that I would continue that.
Can we continue? Okay.
Yeah, and the
Let's-
Slate Valley, we talked about that, and also not charging them going
Yeah,
forward.
okay.
As a community group. That is,
And then we'll work on the policy later.
yes, once we
Okay.
can get to doing board work, that would be where
Right.
we would sort of put that into place, because I think it's been a long practice.
Right.
Of those particular groups not getting charged.
And then, second,
Sorry.
wait a second. Pantry jar, no, I guess that was it. Go ahead.
I think you answered my question.
All right. Okay, moving
Can I
on.
say one more thing?
Oh, sure.
People have gotten a hold of me face-to-face and sent to my personal email saying what a wonderful job Heidi and Helen are doing at the front desk. They're very open and friendly and competent, very competent. And I really think Heidi doing all the decorating for Halloween and decorating for autumn has really added a lot.
Yeah, I agree.
When were they hired?
I don't remember the dates. The 16th, I want to say, something around that time.
Sure. Recently.
We
Yeah,
approved it at the last meeting, and then...
yeah,
How much longer after that?
not too much longer.
Yes,
Yep.
is this from Julie?
It goes,
Okay.
yeah,
Why did you...
don't pay.
So,
What is that?
Yeah,
Sorry.
that might be part of the $11,000, or I don't know. I have to ask her. I'm gonna add that to my question in my email.
Clarity
Okay.
on that.
and do we need to be paying, taxes, employment
Well,
taxes?
I'm sure she did that, but I will ask her for all the clarity. I will have answers.
Okay. Are you ready to move on to fundraising?
Yeah.
All right, okay. So one of was the donations that we have received, which were a couple directly from the robotics, or two robotics. Two robotics, and then then Sue.
Yeah, well, we also had another donation that was just spontaneous, another check of a patron.
Okay.
And that's, I actually could start including, if you want, like a copy of the deposits too, but because I do put check numbers and names and amounts with that. And generally it will say if it's like for yoga or donation, blah, blah, blah.
Do we, just to touch back to our previous discussion today, do we have a system in place for sending thank you notes and acknowledging,
We can't get into Donor
I
Snap.
did get into Donor Snap as the admin.
When? I didn't know that.
Over the weekend.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, someday, no, it was actually a day when somebody was here working and I was in the back. I didn't find a current acknowledgement letter, or thank you acknowledgement. I could only find one from like 2022. So,
Well, it's good that you were in there and we
Yeah.
can try to get that.
so with the
those things.
date, I did look up I looked in the database stuff, and that's interesting, but we do need to,
Was there any kind of
Work on
form
how to-
letter with, like, as a tax write-off or a tax?
yes, but the ones that were in there were from, I think, 2022 or 2023.
Okay.
Because it was the admin. So, I printed them out to update for our current year and see that. So they can so I can work with you on entering them into that database, and then we need to get those, you had mentioned the thank you notes and the acknowledgement out.
Oh, you're getting one? Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe even a parade.
I don't know about the wording, I don't think it would change, but I can check it out.
Okay, well, so maybe we can find any kind of historical in the database, like not just in Donor Snap, but like anywhere? Like-
For a letter?
Yeah.
I don't think the current
No.
one. I think
Okay.
those were all
All of them.
gone. Yes, so I think from we can recreate it.
Okay.
I think.
Yep.
I would be happy to do handwritten thank you notes for the robotic club, and then I'll bring them in and leave them on the desk so that other board members can sign them as they wish.
Sure.
And I'll address the stamp, and if you could pop them into when you feel like they're signed, if you could pop them into the mail, that'd be great.
Yeah.
That
Go ahead.
Oh, that brings up the
Yeah, the
robotics.
letter that you made with the different levels of reward, I wasn't sure, like,
How we wanted to proceed with that?
yeah, because we have now 3 people that
Sure.
are within the top tier.
So the top tier, I believe, was like, I had spoken when the board voted to do this, it was as tiered. I had spoken to Jen over in Wells about getting some merchandise made, and it was inexpensive. And so, should I proceed with that in getting?
Yeah, I think
there's like
one of them is a hat and and some are t-shirts, and there was also an engraving perhaps, right? Or
Black or something.
a plaque, but I know that there were different,
Yeah, the hats are just, I mean, Jen said there was like, it would be like a nominal fee to just get a few of them printed. They would do like a Pawlet Public Library and then a robot on the front. And then it would be like a small charge per hat. Is that something that would be,
I would like to pursue doing that and having merchandise for sale at the library, because we also have our Squarespace, like our Square processor, and so we could have stuff displayed. I think a book bag, a hat, and a t-shirt would be really fun to have. And a good, if we could get anything, I don't know, it might not be enough time before the holidays, obviously, but
Was she able to do like small batches then?
yeah, she said that
She's really good.
however many we wanted, and that she wouldn't charge us for a design fee, and that there were, at least at the time when I spoke to her this spring, and that there was, she could use, they could design something very easily and have a pretty fast turnaround on it.
Stickers.
They're very good.
I think that they're great.
We need stickers and bookmarks. Stickers and bookmarks.
So, I mean, do we want to pursue doing
So
like,
those are two separate things.
if we had one design that
Yeah.
was like Pawlet Public Library Robotics Club with a cute robot on it, we could easily, if once we have the design, we could easily put it on, several pieces of merchandise. Do we want to vote on appropriating a small
Yes, I think, we certainly have it in the budget for robotics, obviously, and,
I just want to get voted on before.
no, and I think it's good. So I guess that's a separate thing from library merchandise. So I think that,
Yes.
I wouldn't even know how, like, thinking about the kids that participated or Anne Marie, like, I don't know how many would be the right number. Maybe you would want to talk to Anne Marie and get a feel for whether or not any of the kids might want, like, maybe I don't even know, like, maybe more than just a single hat for the,
Oh, sure.
you know what I mean? Or, I don't know what that number would be, but maybe you could do some,
There's some,
should we just give you a
Did you
cap?
get a ballpark of like what a hat would cost? Did you?
It's probably, I think that does anybody remember the hat cost? I think probably $12 at the most.
That's what I was thinking.
As cost.
With the embroidery.
13, 14. Well, some of the hats are better than others.
I was thinking about, and it.
They're also beanies, which are nice.
Oh, that would be so cute. And do we want it embroidered or do we want it printed?
I think the embroidery for the beanies, and you can do embroidery for the hat, and I think that
That one's specified.
it does,
Yeah.
this one did say embroidery.
Great. I think that's what and I remember the $12 to $15
14,
price point.
yeah.
So I will talk to Jen and I will talk to Anne Marie.
And maybe some stickers, because those are inexpensive. These are $1 each, but they're really high quality, and kids put them on computers or books or whatever. But then I think it would be worth at the same time, I guess it's separate, but inquiring about just, do we have a logo for the library? Is there a standard? There's one of the town with the town of the building. No, there's like a black and white drawing of the building.
There used to be, I think that the letterhead used to be a black and white picture of the library.
Yeah, we still have that.
I think that's, and it said, I know that there was one in progress in 2023, a new logo.
Oh.
But it was never completed. It was something that Les Jorgensen was working on. But I think that the black and white
Drawing.
schematic of the library is a lovely, and it says heart of the community.
Yeah, I like that too. So maybe you could get a price for maybe book bags and t-shirts and stickers or something. What do you guys think?
Sure. Not the robotics you're talking about?
Separate from the robotics, as a fundraise.
Right. I just want to close out the things on the robotics that,
Oh, okay.
because there's a t-shirt in there meant to be there as well.
Yes.
So.
But I don't know, so that was something that I wanted to ask. When I wrote it, it wasn't clear to me necessarily if the top tier received everything from all tiers, or if they are specifically, they do.
Generally in
mean,
fundraising, yeah.
I've seen it go both ways, where it's like you at the top tier, you are getting a more value than you are at the lower tiers. And so I I was intending for it to be encompassing, but I wasn't sure if anybody had an opinion about how it should be, how that should be appropriated.
My thought is that it includes the ones below, but that's how I've always experienced them, or can remember thinking about them like that. Like, it's like, if you build on it, this plus that for this much more plus that. So that would be what I would think. And I think, if you're getting t-shirts for, I think you should have, it's easy enough to do all the way up to the master builder. So, and we should talk to Anne Marie about like the robot reveal demo day, or a digital thank you video. And then, did you have any ideas about having an engraved custom plaque?
I had looked online at engravers.
Yeah.
And I think it was probably between like $25 and $50, depending on how we did it and what materials we used.
Okay.
It wasn't an entirely expensive thing, and it would just be, 9 by like a paper-sized thing. And I was thinking it would say Pawlet Robotics Club, and then underneath would be different, the different people who donated, and then the year that they donated.
I think that's a great idea.
So that we could add to it as things.
That's awesome.
progressed.
So you're willing to be able to do that also?
Yes.
That's awesome, Joni, thank you.
And the digital thank you and the,
I think-
something else? Did
you
Anne
wanna
Marie
work on
already, had already planned on that?
When I spoke to her and I proposed this to her this summer, she had signed off on all of the things.
Okay.
So I will double check with her and just make sure that we're still on the same page.
That sounds
And
great.
if things have changed, I will call the donors and let them know that, we are going to suggest an alternate.
Okay. So, just for clarity, I would like to at least give you like with Jen Miller, I would say $200, which seems more than enough, or $250. Do you guys, like, we definitely have it in the robotics budget, but I think it feels to me like I think that the robotics in general are growing in our area, and if we could even continue to integrate with those who offer it around us and bolster that, and I think it'd be really great. So I'm hoping this is something that sticks around.
I think that you're right. There is a lot of momentum.
Yeah.
And so, so a $250 budget to get merchandise specific to robotics. So stickers, t-shirts, hats. Do we want tote bags?
Whatever.
Well, I think that's separate.
Yeah, the tote bags are,
But I
what
didn't know,
we're talking about, like covering the tiers of the letter.
but I didn't know if you wanted those for
Robotics? I don't think so.
I think that was more for the, just our
Fundraising.
general.
We just want to address the tiers as we understand them.
When I speak to Jen, though, what I'm asking
No.
is, do we want to have, you had mentioned extra merchandise for the library.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
when we get, if we've got it in a design, when we're doing
I would love
price
to do
out
that.
of stickers and bags for the library,
Yeah.
do we want to have the library schematic, the library black and white, and then also a few robotic stickers as well for purchase, so that people who are,
I think the stickers could even be giveaway, like for kids to
Yeah.
take, for them, for participating. I think that it's such a low price point and they're really great. So I think stickers definitely for the robotics program. And then as far as, do you guys want to look at a graphic about what, maybe, Jen is really great about putting something together. Maybe ask her, and if you could use, I don't know if there's anything on the computer as far as graphics or logos in any kind of
Robotics,
PDF.
you mean? Or for the robotics?
No, I'm talking,
For the
I think that
library?
while Joni's already talking to Jen, that it would be a good time to get an estimate
Yeah.
for products for fundraising, because I don't think there should be any delay in doing that. I feel like we have the square, and I think that we just need the merchandise. So
do we want mugs?
let's start with, well, I think that is something in the future to consider, because I would also like to bolster any kind of like coffee, tea, people
Yeah.
being able to come and get a cup of tea and, right, I've seen that.
Get really excited for this.
And I know that she does do mugs. So if maybe you could put together some kind of a guideline for us and we could make a decision at the next meeting. I think that'd be great.
Okay.
Okay, I will call Jen, and then, do we need to have a vote on on allowing a budget of $250?
Sure.
Yes, we do.
I'm happy to make that motion to give Joni a budget of $250
I'll
to,
second that.
thank you, for robotics.
Just for that.
Yeah.
Okay, any other discussion?
Nope.
Sounds good. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you, Joni.
In the robotics.
Between 5 and 9. For Halloween, we had 9 kids down there making Halloween cards where they rolled out copper tape and made it into a loop and put a battery there, and then you fold over your card, you draw, color in the picture, and little lights would come out and blink as eyeballs on these scary Halloween cards. It was hysterical. It was hysterical. I have no idea how we did it, but we did it. And everybody was excited about it. What's copper tape?
It's incredible how intuitive it is for a lot of the kids. They're just
Yeah.
It is.
Are these kids?
first to sixth grade.
7 to
12, with the oldest.
Yeah, 6, 7 through 12, 13.
Yeah. Some of them are pretty little.
Yeah, they're really cute.
Okay, the next thing I had on the fundraising was the annual appeal letter. I guess we should be working on that wording for that to go out if we want.
Does that mean? Oh, okay.
It's fundraising.
Okay, I wasn't.
I don't know who did it. Did we? Oh, we didn't do it last year. That's right. Or do we not want to? I don't,
We did postcards this
that was in
spring.
the spring, yeah. But we didn't do an actual annual appeal.
We also haven't done a full fundraiser. I feel like we'd be sort of remiss if we missed another fundraising opportunity at this point. At least for the general funds.
I don't have the energy.
I don't have the energy.
To do an annual appeal letter?
No, to do another fundraiser, like a separate event.
Another one? Oh, so
Like, not an event, but I'm just saying for like the annual appeal letter feels like to miss
not
that.
to miss that.
I would say that like to miss the annual appeal letter.
Yes.
After
feels like-
having not done the other ones. Yes, I got
That
that. I
we
understood
need to do
that.
that.
I just
Yeah.
fundraiser.
No,
No.
sorry. I said,
Yeah, I would be
Okay,
happy to work on an appeal letter.
Okay.
If the,
and I can help with that if you need.
okay.
And then we would bring it to the next meeting for us to approve
Yep.
and work on getting it out.
Yep.
Second envelopes, etc. Oh, and then maybe I can have that database. All that, so. Okay, that sounds good.
Yep.
Okay, now we're on to number 9, which is the grant updates.
Well, I can quickly speak to the MERP, about the MERP grant, which is that I was here yesterday for the gentleman, Mike, who came and did the blow door test. And he was very nice and was here for several hours. He told me that there's some really great new, I don't think it's technology, but methodology for interior storm windows for antique and historically correct buildings like ours. And I know that there's a lot of loss in these windows that are so beautiful. So I was happy to hear that, because I know that I've heard a lot about, reglazing windows and sealing windows, but an interior storm sounded like a really great possibility. And so that's that. So that did happen on Monday. And he was also at the town hall on Monday. So it'll be interesting to see what his report reads.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Did you have anything on that?
We received an email from Rhonda mid-month. So I'll speak up, sorry, I forget. We received an email from Rhonda mid-month, and she was talking about how within the Historical Society there are people who are hard of hearing, who struggle to hear during their meetings, and that, just bringing us back full circle again to hearing accessibility as a community need. And I feel like in all of our exploration, I feel like it's been so, we haven't locked down what we'd like to do. We've talked about the steps, we've talked about hearing loops, and I feel like this is possibly something that we should wait on a director for, since we're getting close, because it feels like we don't have a clear direction of how we want to spend these funds and what needs to happen. And I think that going forward with the MERP grant, either this is going to be in conjunction with the MERP grant and it's going to be improving accessibility of the stairs, or we're going to take it in a different direction and we're going to be improving the hearing accessibility of the library. But I'm having a hard time moving forward because it hasn't been a clear directive on how we want to move forward.
I thought, was Rhonda not offering time to explore?
She was, and so I also want to ask permission to talk to Rhonda. And
Yeah, grant, I mean, that's exciting, because also I think that she's so familiar with grants in general, but also being on the Historical Society, she's probably talking about specific community members who could benefit from that. And that's what it was originally intended for, so I feel really strongly in hopes that it could enhance people's ability to participate and hear. And, you know, interestingly enough, Frank was talking about that as far as being compliant for open meeting law with people who are impaired and have any kind of other impairments that haven't been considered, and that perhaps it would tie in with something like that. But yes, please talk to Rhonda, and I think that should be pursued if possible, separate from the MERP.
So moving forward, I'll talk to Rhonda, but I really feel like this is something that this grant needs to have direction from a director. I feel like it's...
Then let Rhonda take care of it.
Okay. I don't know if that's what she was offering, but I just feel like...
But I wouldn't stop it.
I'm not gonna, I just want to ask permission to...
Definitely.
I'm happy to work on it, but I just feel like as a board member, I don't have the scope to know. It feels like every month we're kind of just inching forward, and it feels like...
Well, that's what I felt like Rhonda's letter was forward motion, was momentum forward, and that she will guide, and I totally trust her judgment. And I don't think that we need, my opinion is I don't think it's dependent on a director. I think it's part of the infrastructure, and so...
When did you start it back up? Was that earlier in like March or?
Yeah, it was early this year, and it's, you know, I've spoken to a lot of people within Vermont agencies. I've spoken to, you know, I feel like I've done a lot of work on it, but it's just, there isn't, I don't feel like I have the understanding of the overall needs that need to happen in order to make this, to do it on my own.
It seems to me, my one concern is that the money needs to be spent.
Yes.
But then the second thing seemed like it was the way she had presented it seemed like pretty clear and logical, and again had presented it as a need that it seemed to suit the grants
Right.
sort of spirit pretty well. So I would think that we would go forward with her offer of help. So should we? Sorry.
You know, I know that for a long time you're talking about the hearing loop.
Right.
Problem is, with hearing aids, if they aren't filled in for the hearing loop, it costs over $3,000 just to have the new hearing aids retrofitted.
Right.
It's $7,000 if you buy new hearing aids that have them in it. So it's a very expensive for the most people. I wouldn't do it.
Right.
It's just too expensive.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think that she would explore those kinds of things, and I don't even know if it was a loop system still or if it was something else. I don't know. So, yeah, I think that we should.
She's willing to research it.
She is.
Great.
She is.
I just didn't.
I know you've already done so much work,
Right.
and you know, doing all that work and getting stopped over and over again is difficult. But I definitely would encourage you to speak with Rhonda and.
I didn't want to respond until we had a consensus of how we wanted to move forward.
Yeah, I think we should take a motion then to keep Joni pursuing this with Rhonda.
I'll make that motion.
Second?
Second.
Any more discussion?
Thanks,
All in
Joni.
favor? Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Okay. And now, we have proposed executive session pursuant to 1 VSA Section 313A3 for the appointment, employment, or evaluation of a public officer or employee to discuss hiring documents. Now, this is a two-part motion. And this is the first one, and it's very messy handwriting. I'm very sorry about
Oh my
that. I
gosh,
forgot.
I'm-
So, yeah.
I move that the board find that premature general public knowledge regarding the discussion of a personnel matter would clearly place the individual or the entity involved at a substantial disadvantage.
Second on that?
I'll second it.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? No. Okay, now I need a proposal to enter executive session. I'm just on the wording on the, on our agenda.
All right, I propose an executive session pursuant to 1 VSA S313A1E and F to receive I'm sorry, I'm reading the wrong one.
A3.
All right,
Oh, yes, sorry.
I'm sorry. Okay, I'm proposing executive session pursuant to 1 VSA 313A3 for the appointment, employment, or evaluation of a public officer or employee to discuss hiring documents.
Second?
I'll second it.
Okay. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Right, it is 8:45. We're back in open meeting. To have a motion to approve the hiring document with the amendments as discussed in executive session.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
I'll second it.
Okay, any discussion? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Nay.
Motion carries. You need to go.
I do. Yep.
Drive safe. Thank you.
Have fun. Okay, the next item is an update on IT and security, and has Vinny been able to come to?
Oh, I talked to Vinny today, and he said that he's just been so busy, and he is gonna try to get here next week.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, and then, bye. So then I put on here so the next thing was the recent, it was called spear phishing attack that we had, not attack, but it was, it is scammers who, I looked into that last night after talking or texting with you. They target public entities, and they will look for any publicly available information and then use those email addresses and names and contact and the structure of an organization and use that to try to scam people. So we did get, some members of the board got emails asking for gift cards, the gift card type of scam, which were used words and contacts, and it was very, it seemed on first glance that it was something real, but everybody noticed that it was weird and not right, and so I just wanted to talk about that just in general, even for anybody who's watching, that it's kind of a public message that is what's happening. So everybody did what they should do, which is to verify through another means rather than the email address, not responding to the email that was.
Is this on the phone or?
No, it was on an email. It was sent out.
Email, okay.
It was sent out.
Yeah.
And the library has gotten these before in the past, and
Yeah, they have, yeah.
come to some of the scams, I believe. So
Was this another board members or patrons or?
board members, it's generally they go with like a structure, so it's like employees or somebody, so they would just say, I need help with, and can you help me with that first email that Joni got, which was like a first one to throw out there to see if you would respond, I think, and she didn't. She verified it with me through text. So anyway, that's called spear phishing, something I learned, and people are just trying to put a lot of effort to scamming people out, and I think especially now going into the holidays it might pick up, and the idea that you would get a gift card for somebody is potentially more valid, or more like you might have had a conversation with somebody about that, and it might sound even more real. And another thing that they do is put sort of a time, like an urgency on it that makes people feel like, oh, I have to take care of this, and it has answered now or has to happen now. So anyway, just wanted to share with everybody and just to continue to be vigilant and just take those steps that we have done and I don't know, keep.
It happens.
It happens, yeah.
Nina got hit.
Right.
Badly.
I know, I understand that. So that's what, nobody was, did anything, but we were, approached by the scammers. And like I say, I think going into the holidays, somebody might have had a conversation about gift cards or getting a gift card for somebody, and it would sound real and necessary. And so going on the record as saying, I'm not going to email anybody asking for gift cards. Please have face-to-face conversations about that. And I guess, I don't know, just wanted to update just so that we were all aware of that. So discussion, action, library report to the select board. I had something in particular and now I can't remember what it was. Does anybody have anything? Oh, right, we're already going, Lauren is going for the salary. That's not part of this though. Anybody have anything? All right, well, I will attend the meeting.
So do we know what the report's going to be to the select board?
Well, it sounds like we don't have anything to say. I might just go through, tell them that, about us keeping the library open and...
the normal stuff.
Yeah, the normal stuff. I don't think there's anything very interesting.
Do you want to say that you have approved hiring documents?
We've, yes, we can. I know what I would say, that we're making progress. And that, yeah.
Is there anything that's going to be revealed to the public about hiring?
Not at this time, no. Okay. We have reflection on operating norms. Right. As a board, did we focus on agenda topics? Were we open-minded? Did we respect each other? Did we value different viewpoints? Were we responsive and responsible to our community with reference to the strategic plan? Did we make decisions based on data and facts? Did we listen to each other? Were we reflective, and did we run this meeting that respected time, had a concise agenda, and was transparent? Well,
I think there's a lot of disrespect in the executive session.
okay.
And I feel like we are falling behind our transparency in this hiring process. And it feels like we're missing the mark. I appreciate the agendas being sent out on time and the conciseness of your agendas. I think that was positive, but I feel like we're not being responsive. We're responsible to our community, who have spoken very clearly that they want more transparency and they would like to have more of a voice within this process.
I do, but I'm all set.
Okay. Because you are doing number 3, respect each other. I think you're keeping that. All right. Well, I know it's been kind of rocky and I feel like we're navigating it as best we can. I think it's come a very, very long way since the November 2024 meeting. So I'm kind of proud of that progress. I know it's kind of hit a little bit of a bump or two, but
2024?
yeah.
2025?
No, I'm saying
okay.
This meeting compared to the November
okay.
2024 meeting is a huge difference, and I'm proud of the progress we've made with that. So I will say that.
Yeah.
Okay, public comments.
concern around the more money that's being asked for, and it just wasn't good to have previous staff paid so little, and when they would ask for a raise, they would barely get a raise. And then now there's maybe money being approved for a lot more in raises, or just the temporary people are getting paid a lot more. So I just think that doesn't really reflect good on the community as a whole. It doesn't reflect good on how people have been valued in the past. And it kind of lends this agenda that you're creating your own little private library rather than a library that reaches the whole community. And then I also have some concerns just because it's all being quiet and not transparent, but maybe a lot more money is being asked for so that, you know, back pay could be given, or so that extra raises or extra compensation to the person you picked out in order to get her back. Like, I'm just making guesses because I don't really know, but I just have a not good feeling around like asking for extra money and maybe raising salaries, and you have a person in mind, and maybe negotiations aren't going well because of her request. So it'd be nice if there was more transparency around that, and and I'm assuming when you go to the select board that they would know what you're asking the money. Like, do you have to be transparent with them in executive session? Would that happen? And I've also been told, via somebody who talked to a select board member, that if back pay, that would have to go to the select board for their approval. I don't know if there's any clarification you can give around any of that.
I don't think so. I mean, no. We will be going to the town of Pawlet select board and asking for an appropriation for the library. That's what's going to happen.
And the issue for like back pay or certain things that would be their issue, you're just going to get, is that?
I'm not going to comment on the rumors and speculation and
Gossip.
no, I'm not going to comment.
Well, some of it wasn't gossip. Someone asked a select board member if back pay would have to be a select board decision. And the select board member said that back pay would have to be something voted on by the select board. So it wasn't like gossip, it was via a select board member. So
that's something to take up with the select board of Pawlet. Yeah. Did you have your hand up?
Yeah, just the thought that I think that it was really clear and transparent to me in this meeting tonight, described about the budget changes and the salary and the motivation for that, the reason for it, the future, and having that centralized around what's best for the library and the future of the library. And staying attached to certain narratives and stories that people hold, and making a lot of assumptions based around those is not helpful. And there's gossip going on even in this library that I overheard in executive session from community members about others. So there are other perspectives than just one, and I think that you guys did a good job today.
Thank you. Seeing no other public comments, our next regular meeting is December 2nd at 6 o'clock here at the library. Do you have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make that motion.
All right, second? All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? All right, we are adjourned, 8:58.